Fast forward, you come out channel so AGH Politics Avenue. Political stories are the Muhiam Kofi Kobremai and I Ajumra ibi exmo anyway. I'm sure on your case say Wishami Ewa. I now like issue no live comment mami. Need him who breaks him man. The shock say among writing sim. When I queen sim man. And now achichia ekoso. Near Chewy, ewo NPP, Amayakumu. And Chiano Addos. Nemo me whom say, ye do be Aquacudina Emrano, Amakoto Acase, call Nicodem in VC. Na Sansem we see, and na anti corruption procedure. Omo Edomu Ano Atum, HSA. Abino. Your court system na kasa you choke dada. And in the wa trials is be etie. Asemno ebitimi dila ne kamia kwa say you could do post regime accountability. The same thing who be here say any amaino on special court na at the end of the day no say oya amayoni and I'm putting my money no who be here say wasemono you fast track them and many ya and then temper near any sir. When is my order echo so channel so many be esumo. Unia, imunra in sim.
Dramani Mahama and run on in central for a shiaye. Ma wamo a train common central for bebru a duo watche. And our no more a shiaye, and central for no machine no doska cra. Ampa. Na ora John Dramani Mahama no mushiaye a train commono. And na what they babe to just say. When yan tiasa manfo bi enenam ena wo mo ekeka se ane wo ba ye wo so beti amanfo gum enu ma se na beko na so wo ba ye hu se wo ye hwe wo mo na aye bone ben no mo ye nhihye ne tesen ekọ ne se na ba ne se wo se ne nyina no amanfo ekire se wo mo enya hu ye ne wo kire musam ntombo ase esei ensam dodo a yakuri kire ade agu apawa so ye ase ye de beton a ye beton mo obi atobi no saa ensam no eye mako ahamienu 200 cases and the idea man hwehwemu fo so hwehwemu feko enkosi ase esa se yempese ya de asem no beko no ochena eho akwa asem foforo mi yakwa kodi ntwo eti nsem ne mu nyina no yehwehwemu feko si ase ansa na ye de akọ na de ye de kan aye adwuma yes say eno so ye interrogate operation recover all loot no mako adue wotwe ena eno so ye ho adwuma ena wasan ede to dwa say na mo wura fia ensam na mo kan no mo se bi ni ho mo nto mo bo na mo hwe de edi kan sky train abrantia ye frɛ no adubuahe wanyina court wanyina ho afa gifty owari case de ye no wono so ho eti ade na asem ye no katasumu mu aso yi owura John Dramani Mahama eno no na yentie na asem okan ne ye wi a ye bekọ ne ye ni Emmanuel Wilson akwakodi nkomo edi afa owura John Dramani Mahama nsemi ho.
Understand that public accountability and the recovery of looted state resources are at the top of your expectations from my government. And let me assure you, my fellow citizens, that we've not wavered in our commitment for even a moment. Neither have we been complacent. What you are witnessing is not inaction, it is our steadfast adherence to due diligence, due process, and fairness in the pursuit of justice. Yes, our insistence on doing things the right way may afford those who have looted this country some temporary relief, but let me be clear, it will not grant them permanent escape. Across multiple fronts, active pursuits and prosecutions are well underway under the Operation Recover All the Loot. Over 200 cases are under active investigation, with about 80 people interrogated so far. Several prosecutions have begun, progressing steadily and remaining firmly on course. In the Republic versus Edubuan and 3 others, the state has submitted witness statements together with all other documents, and trial has commenced. And the first of 3 prosecution witnesses have been called and have been cross-examined by counsel for the accused person. With the SkyTrain case, for instance, the prosecutors have secured a trial date, as all preliminary matters have been concluded and the trial is set to commence. For the National Service Authority case, due to its expansive nature Charges have been drafted and will be filed as soon as the legal year begins against the following person: the Republic versus Osei Sibe, the Republic versus Eric Nyako, the Republic versus Gifty Owari. Also for the National Cathedral, we are awaiting a forensic audit from the Auditor General. Additionally, charges have been drafted and are ready for filing in the case of Republic versus Wuntumi and Akuntamaine.
Why I am sama owura John Dramani Mahama wade etuja. Mo amotika mu obetumi adwene e wo Facebook no so no ahwe bi nso. Yakwa homa so ne Emmanuel Wilson enkwa twetwe nkomo. Yewura wadaroma yemo akwaba.
Ya minya.
We are chief crusader Edema Crusaders Against Corruption. Na owura John Dramani Mahama beba no wade tudwa nyina se wade oral ebeba wade ba bekontia ketasese ene proye. Wo hwe enra ni nyia no a wade ema Ghana for se waso odi amanfo betum nanso still obi anya nko ye no a response yi e kire se wo fight etia corruption ana uhu ni different.
Well, me that say ye fight corruption won e niema mienu di kind no perception. And the other part so the friend in law. So person to ase crowd there and this is the perception is CP. Yet is the chimo any law no. So bema imbrano ayejuma. Ampa the last election, one of the key things ura John Mahama any NDC ba bemu. Perception say na the Asylum administration Akuffo administration no. Full of corrupt people. Internet perception no ho. But you see, after the perception, Ghana for Nina Shane, Yentitu anti-corruption crusaders, Shane say, you be move from perception to legality. Now, omwa perceively engaging in corrupt practice, you don't be called Aquafo court. Now, say, would you be Aquafo court? And no, in Braquemuno, it take some processes, and to say, court of public opinion. Odi asembe to jana amansan ebo nipa konefo we no etese unya ho evidence any other materials as all the court between argue with case out most often it take quite a long time and until I say the legal justice grind it a bit slowly but the baby piano didn't say bia we are not committed to it say we are committed to it. The baby ano ebe son so and ebe do so. In today's 8 months, Nanka ye senka by now dear. Inka some legal processes be taking place. Ama ya conclude 1 or 2 cases. But in what is important to see when you say, pass it through investigation, any idea. Unless a person rush it to say the special prosecutor has been doing or kokota na yatuna asemegono. But accurate judgment are there. Most often, it takes time to gather the necessary information. In the 8 months, some people are on law as were like, oh, you give it up because I buy no buy, to mean you be to me any idea. For the purposes of that giving up, it was really important, say, Endrano, or Mampinyankasa, Emma Atari, say, forget the fight against corruption here. It's just the process and it take long. On the issue of assurance, a quiet refreshing to hear the president coming out to say, Mayempa Aba na empuno the institutions appropriate for fighting corruption, state institutions, attorney general, my investigative bodies omo yo mejuma emri pemuno. To say the court, the court. Quite refreshing to hear that. Yes, sometimes we expect your best expedite action when it comes to the fight against corruption. But you see, there's also one thing, knowing very well fight corruption the legal way, it takes time. And until we were so happy when Omampini John Mahama and Sana Oba Bemuno 2024 NDC manifesto it was in it. Or they establish a special court to fight corruption. Empu whilst putting the necessary documents together and necessary evidence together to go to court. No? Inka 8 months here, quiet too long. Say, Papa say we are really committed to establishing a special court to fight corruption. And by now, dear, we would have done that. While doing that, then we will also be going about putting the necessary documents together, as the president said yesterday. It's me court, fight corruption the way we are expecting it to go. Quite refreshing to hear the president giving that assurance. But the also say, by now, the special court it was in the NDC manifesto to fight corruption. By now, that court should have been established.
From this angle, so say, yet to a obi bokro no near the Nakujina court, Abroso 4 years, 5 years, no asaba. No asaba na wababe enjoy the cash. I've been a victim of prison pain, so minim said your whole life there. Obi clear to me or hona or enjoy cash and one where we are no hanu or enjoy war. Inti yan saying a kwambed you bet to me a fight corruption yes as Saudi Nipano Kotum in fear num no bano baby this canoa. And ono sube jinjo be say oh ria now kwa obeba no ababe to aswa baby di abroso 4 5 years there enye na him bia. Nanso obi be wi akokọ ba 20 years 30 years ne wakọ ne wodem ekwan be ne yebetumi afa so a ebema corruption aye better to ordinary Ghanaians say semiye we a yebe strip me naked bedima japade nyina bibia me nya hwe mesa kwa akodem me ba me nya hwe so e was some very careful ana ye ne say nye.
In fact, they all kind of agree because Yayama over the past period omo engaging in corruption akwa say a lucrative. Obi try to make us the whole elbow for Yama Nebusia for. Onim say olutua millions of cities not because baby. Actually so 5 years, 6 years, if he prison. Oba Ikano, Nebusia for will never see poverty till so many no mobile. Into the old candidate no crepa and until a ban of corruption fight pa. Akwako yes even though your laws are you use a bit my boy am fight corruption. A ban of association punishment. Akwako yes Ghana dear your laws are a spelling out punishment when it comes to corrupt victims and corrupt persons. Laws no emuye hakakra. Inti it is more of encouraging. Yakase ye pese ye fight corruption ye pa. Aside laws are your one year. Yes, some of the laws are ebema punishment is so strong. A bit discourage people from engaging in corruption. One of it, the okay, other countries are other countries to say Korea near them. Say who say we're engaging in corrupt practice a firing squad, a life imprisonment, and yes, family, properties are family would be. I didn't say the only parcona is not associated. Even your extended family cry a bit maso. And no honmo. Yebeka say, well, yeah, call that extreme. But still, I bet you put in share together. Association be a bit tighter, a bit discouraging in Akuffo from engaging in it. Meaning, say me, I'm a say no of be engaging in corrupt practice, not because me yet nebusu ni intimen so yebetri maso then make sure say nebusu ni be any one more be engaging in corruption. Also another person who would do same. Inti the laws no biting enough. Edema citizens in the crown will be checking each other, ensuring say Obia will not engage in corrupt practices. But unfortunately, we need to do a lot of reforms for a ban of fighting corruption. And one of it, and they say, even court crown pa, you be assembly. It's a special court that fight corruption. Cases are just corrupt. It's actually a human rights court, It's a court purposely for corruption fight. And yes, idea, we are rather encouraging people to engage in corrupt practices, knowing very well, say, you bet you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, the properties are what we now say property no or the chain dimu. I know the share ni yiri dimu, ni kuni dimu, ni maame ni ba dimu. Nobody will pursue that. Into demo no ba property no will be seeing him still, and they will be enjoying it. And that is why we need serious reforms reforms are better in Crawford, so reforms are a bit discouraging in Crawford from engaging in corruption.
Mira, medose na bibia ne yebesa ba wonchen yedas papa.
No, so medose pa.
Yo, Emmanuel Wilson, chief crusader, Edma Crusaders Against Corruption, ena yatenenkin.
Na yatwa ensamno eso my penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enra wone ensetwefo enhyiamudie na emu no asamba koya epiemu nanamon ya wotuo ede aboama galamse ya asayen sase ye bobre ewo manyi emu no ye betumi etu ase anase ano abrase wo kasa no ena wo kasa efibra na aban ebaye paase ye se ya issue license anase ya mo bitumi krata se wonfa enko kwayem ye forest reserves yibimu na wonkoye galamse anase wonkoye mine into famagudie de ebi AC da wenyina ye enhyehyeye ya na aban no edi gu akwemu se esa ohaw na edokro ye man Ghana no wobehwe na watu ase esem a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wode to edwane ye ntie bi.
We're also taking decisive action to protect our environment and natural resources from destruction. A dedicated national task force is currently in place, actively combating the menace of illegal mining. As a result of their operations, hundreds of excavators, water pumps, and other heavy equipment have been seized, disrupting the networks that have long exploited our lands and our rivers. In addition to enforcement, we are reclaiming what has been lost. 9 forest reserves have been successfully recovered from the grip of illegal miners, restoring these vital ecosystems under state protection. Our Tree for Life initiative is being actively rolled out across the country, targeting the restoration of lands degraded by illegal mining activities. Steps are currently underway to repeal LI 2462 to formalize our commitment to end mining in forest reserves. Let me be clear, since my administration resumed office, not a single license has been issued to any company to mine in our forest reserves. The repeal of LI 2462 is therefore intended just to crystallize in law what we have already demonstrated in practice, which is our commitment to protect these forest reserves.
When His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and I yet in Canada, so what? I'm sorry, confused. Baby, I know. Baby, I wouldn't know my day. My day. My day, Baba, you're confused. Maybe I will for I hope
Young Faster Woodrow Van Kahona Yana Mase Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey Ede Nsembi Ede Ababe Tudra na one summer walk Kenya say Ura John Dramani Mahama Nra one santrefo ehia ye no wakasa ye Ede fa Galamsey ho na nsam no a Ura John Dramani Mahama okaye no no kwasem Bruni be can say it does not inspire hope kra na openia wono na de sensem we de beto edwa no eye convener e de masa ekuo yi aye friend Kenneth Asigbe ya dodo no friend Kenneth Asigbe ono de sensem e de beto dwa e na Kenneth Asigbe e kire mu se Owura John Dramani ba oba e bebe gina ho enro media encounter no nsem a wo kan ye de fa Galamsey ho no e de ati ya wan kahwe ya ebetre se waye na dwe so obekotia Galamsey tu ase de kudeku na ne nsem ni nyina no kire se ofoa so e wode ekọ enu nti wono de no kwasem enra Owura John Dramani Mahama ampu so no kra e wo Galamsey ho na sansemi ena ye pese ye ne deputy director edema Arocha Ghana etwetwe komo Owura Darrell Bonsu yene no etwetwe komo ne yebisa na se nyembia wamu ekuyi ye Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey na yene wamu eni komo mfamfa de ekoso no na ahomte Owura Bonsu mse na homa no nyanto mo ena o matro no
Darrell some
nti ye hwese yensa ebeka no na yene na di nkomo na homa no yenya ento mu nti yene no yenya no ye na no be dim komo dia fa de e koso ho
na ye nya no na ye ne ni enkomo but political will that and His Excellency John Mahama ne na ban womo a show no wo show commitment say what be to galamsey ase ansa na okumanga okasa no okase ade no enye event enti se wo ye ade na koso a kane abaye etwam se galamsey na ewo hwa ewo ye memu dadada enfie bebre ni but kane abaye a etwam ne time no ena chance ye say niema Emma agin some Ghana babia ebi koso ewo ho enti se wotie kire na ya wo say that crop back me declare state of emergency and then what next enti enye event ye process esa se ye de enhyehyeye egu akwan mu empo womo a se yenimu so womo ye illegal mining a ye yi womo free ho a womo eden na ye de ema aye se be ya na nsa be kona no wenyina eye enkomodie ne hyehyeye se koso na sentam IDP mrante ya yeyi womo efree ho say womo ehu obi a oya small scale mining cry se galamsey ne ya to ahye womo sui womo afa ekwan bi a womo nam so sensitize amanfo a womo ye galamsey those communities no womo call na womo etu womo fo ekyerɛkyerɛ wom wo ye galamsey a wo hawa e de bebanie ebe sey mo apomuden obi be wo na ne banse ni ho sabe obi be wo ne ba hwe ani ho ni nyina ye ekyerɛkyerɛ enti eya dwen no wo bo modern ede nimdie no hye nipa na dwen mu mane hu se de wo ye ebe kwa ba bepra wankasa ye de hyehyɛ egu akwan mu apɛ bibia ma wo maye na wo mo so aseta ma ye yie enti obi tra nkyɛn ka se my penny mama aka ne mu aye odema enra no enti oni the political will to fight against illegal mining na se nipa no wonimu de okeka oye hypocrite ka ne aba ne etwa mu no then oye wo galamsey ho enti aban we ye na fam de se be ya ye betu galamsey ase munya hwehwe wonimu no na mon support no na wontumi enya adwuma no nya de mo na mo ntente ye kire no o ma still
there be onyamae
yo
nyamae
ene
ye beto aso galamsey fight de say GM aye na fam de ye obeye because sa problem we has been there since ages na me hu poladomo kire ne asem bi okoka ye say
NPP community
okoka say President Akuffo e fight galamsey more than the John Dramani Mahama e fight but the truth of the matter no say President Akuffo pension so na nsuo no say more than Ura John Dramani Mahama pension na me de say ye police for a free sa operation galam stop no operation galam de no very good
my penny Akuffo
because obeko all these areas ni nyina no omo de adani business full-time business at the moment kono peacekeeping because say you do to galamsey site say ko fight ya
why ye
say yaka say ko lebano ko patantokwa obeba no why tam because every day biano site bi on beland biano omo prices are omo edge me no ka say same is going on e takwa police ye nyitwe nyadoa jumadi po omo die pa no and omo ba wọ́n say honorable Erikupuku akwakoche pumps water pumps and this is the story and no crown am ebe
okay
enti this is the story wonim ama kofibua and wakwakoche excavators and excavators na okoye kwache sa water pumps no okoye no omukọ mining site because wọ́n say omo ye mining no omo powerful water pump very powerful one ena wakwakoche womo na okoche womo no onya mako be say 900
wow
and was there be yamfa jantu munhye no ena bi mo krasa just yes ye ntano se there be ye ton a ebesa ko back to the community enu nti wo ye na dwen say region bia ye tu galamsey wo sonso no omo fa bi nko ho ena ode ama agric minister say agric minister won che nyemfa nya agric say de be ye betum dia pumping
when it's my road team course or channel so my brother so jemre ewa dasane so what in the adumi enia besan hiem ne asomo kwanson kosokora AG Politics Avenue.